I have something very special for you today. It's made of ice-cold Russian metal, it's painted black, and no, it's not that famous Russian rifle, it's the Oktava MK-012 microphone. I hope you're all doing great, guys, and welcome to a new review. It's been a while, right? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, so here's the thing. I've been using my Rode VideoMic Pro Plus for a while now, pretty much ever since I started this channel for all my videos. It's a great microphone for run and gun filmmaking and vlogging. Maybe one small complaint, when you're vlogging, I wish it would be a little bit smaller because it's kind of big and bulky, especially if you put it on a smaller camera like my Canon M50. There. See? Looks kind of silly, no? But anyway, that's not a big deal. Now, even though it's not a studio microphone, I've also used it in my studio for pretty much all my videos. The quality is not studio quality, obviously, but it's great. There's just one thing. No, actually two things. Two things that I don't like when I'm using the Rode in the studio here. First of all, no matter how or where I position it, it always seems to clip the sound of my voice. Not always, quite regularly. Regularly? Wow, I hate that word. Can't pronounce it. Anyway, and I don't know if it's my voice or maybe it's on those days that I have 3 cups of coffee instead of 2 and I'm all hyped up and this microphone can't handle that. I don't know. I've tried different positions, distances, I put blankets around me. Nothing seems to work to keep it from clipping. Now look, it's not horrible, it doesn't mess up your recording or your video, but it's not perfect either. It's just annoying, But the second thing, and that's actually why I started looking for a new microphone, is that whenever I use the Rode and I put music in the background, it's like my voice doesn't cut through the music well enough. It always sounds a little bit muffled, and I can make it a little bit better in post, but it's always a bit muffled. And I'm also not a sound engineer, I don't want to mess with the audio too much because then I'll just mess it up. So, a month or 2 ago, I started looking for a new microphone, and the mission was to find the best budget microphone, a great sounding microphone for a good price. Now look, ideally what you should do is try out a bunch of different microphones and then find the one that sounds best with your voice and your setup. The room you're sitting in is also important, but I don't have the time nor the money for that. So after watching a lot of review videos of microphones, I ended up picking the Oktava MK-012. Now, is this the best microphone out there? No, probably not. But for me it is, because it fixes all the problems that I had with my Rode microphone. And it also sounds a lot better. It's the one you're listening to right now, by the way, just so you know. Yeah, so I don't feel like I have to keep looking for a new microphone now. I feel like I found it. It sounds great and it's relatively cheap, so that's a bonus. So when it comes to value for money, I think this is one of the best ones. The Oktava comes in a wooden box, love that, and there are different sets that you can get. I got the basic one, microphone, cardioid capsule, and a -10 dB capsule. And you can get these sets with 2 microphones and of course different capsules, hypercardioid, omnidirectional, and I think even a few more. But for what I use this microphone here in the studio, I went for the basic one, just the cardioid capsule. And a cardioid capsule picks up the sound in an angle of 120 degrees, I think. But it picks up very little sound from the back. Now, if you go for a hypercardioid, then the angle will be narrower, 100 degrees, something like that, but it will pick up a lot more sound from the back of the microphone. So it all depends on the room you're sitting in and your setup. I like to move to the side from time to time, or I put something on the table and then I sit here, and it still picks up my voice. With a hypercardioid capsule, when I move here, the volume might go down more drastically. So that's why I went for the cardioid and the basic set. But you can always buy extra capsules separately. So if after a while you're like, I want to try another one, no problem. It's made of metal, it feels sturdy, it's high quality, it comes with a mounting clamp kind of thing. It works great, but I do have to say that it picks up handling sound, because it's metal on metal, you know? I don't move my microphone here in the studio. It's right here, right outside the frame, and that's where it stays. It's also mounted on a separate stand, so it doesn't touch the table or anything like that. But if you like to mount your microphone on the table and maybe you like to move it, then you're gonna have to find another clamp. You know, one of those with dampeners, elastic thingies, whatever. I don't know what it's called. But they're available, no problem. Okay, and then the most important thing, the sound. What does it sound like? Well, I've been using it for the past 5-6 weeks now, I think, and I think it sounds great. I'm still trying to find the perfect equalizer settings, you know, to make it sound even better, but even without those settings, even without tweaking it, it sounds really good, I think. So here's the difference between the Rode, because I can only compare it to the Rode, and then the Oktava MK-012. First, the Rode. The MK-012 series is a multi-capsule condenser microphone system intended for use in sound recording, broadcasting, and sound reinforcement. And now the Oktava. The MK-012 series is a multi-capsule condenser microphone system intended for use in sound recording, broadcasting, and sound reinforcement. It should sound a lot better. Is it perfect? No, probably not. But, you know, what's perfect? I think it sounds great and my voice cuts nicely through the music now. And that's what I was looking for, even without making any adjustments to the equalizer or anything like that. Now, one very important last thing, if you're thinking about buying the Oktava MK-012 or any other microphone like this, and you're coming from a microphone like the Rode, then you're also gonna have to buy a recorder, because the Rode has a battery inside and you connect it to your camera and you're good to go. But microphones like the Oktava MK-012 need phantom power through an XLR cable, so you can't just connect them to your camera. You really need an external recorder. I have the Zoom H5 and it works great. So, I think if you're looking for a great budget microphone for your YouTube studio, then the Oktava MK-012 could be it. Because that's the keyword here, budget. I bought this basic set on Amazon for 190 euros, I think. But right now, at the recording of this video, it's not in stock on Amazon.com. I'll put the link in the description anyway, you can check it out. But if it's not there, then just check out oktavashop.com. Also in the description. So, this is a great microphone for a great price. Now, is this the one that you should buy, ignoring all the other choices? No, but I'm just letting you know that this one's out there. So check it out and maybe it's the one for you too. That's all I can say. Thank you so much for watching, listening, and see you in the next one.